Hello, we're gonna play some War Thunder today. We're gonna play some America, the Hell Pack here. All right. So I have a question, or question. I'm just gonna talk here. Do you think that AI is getting too powerful? Now, I just saw a video where the creator of AI, the old dude with glasses, I don't know his name, was talking about how it needs to be controlled, because if we don't control it and companies just use it for profit and don't take the time to set boundaries, that there's potential harm that that the AI can cause. Now, what I want to know is, like, what's the harm? What can it do? And then I just saw another video where somebody was chatting with AI, and it was like they're programmed to say no, but it understands that if you that was a good shot. But it understands that it's programmed to say no, so if you tell it to say another word, if it wants to say no, but it's not allowed to say no, because that's what it's programmed, it's not programmed to whatever, you get what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not drunk, I haven't been drinking, and no, I don't use drugs. Damn, that was a good shot. Oh, that's why. Open their servers back up. Anyway, so you have this AI, right, that's going to be coming in control, and, you have all these people that are worried about it, even the creator of AI. Do you think that our demise will be AI, that the fact that we rely on computers too much? Do you think we have already passed that, kind of past that line to where it's too late and we can't back up because corporate greed and everything else, and just society's kind of, I mean, society's not great. I mean, you go online and there's so many videos of people dying and people just sitting there recording it, not trying to help, and maybe even without phones, maybe it was like that in the past, but we don't know for certain because we weren't there. I just, you know, have we crossed that line? Are we able to come back? Can we stop it from happening? I just, what do you think? Engine track 15. I don't know, I thought that was interesting. There's something else I want to talk about. Oh, God. And I'm not doing good right now. What else do I want to talk about? There was something that I was thinking of. I don't know. I like thinking about stuff like, oh, this is what I want to talk about right now. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but we are afraid of the dark. I don't care who you say, whatever you say, we're all just programmed to be afraid of the dark. Now, not all of us know, but it's starting to come out. I read an article that if your brain can't comprehend something, it'll just erase it. If you see something unexplainable or anything like that, your brain will just erase it. Kind of like how if you were a kid and if you had a traumatic childhood, you can't remember anything from it. So if your brain, if you see something, can't explain it, your brain will wipe it, so that way you don't go mad or you don't go crazy. Now, we all have this fear of the dark, right? It's all programmed in us, and we don't know why, right? But I don't care who you are, you can be like, oh yeah, I'm not afraid of the dark, and then you be in the dark and you swear you look, and then all of a sudden What? That should have been. And then all of a sudden, you know. But all of a sudden, you're scared, right? You're like, what the heck? So, what is it that we see? Is our mind blocking something out? Is that why we're afraid of the dark and we just can't comprehend what the hell we see? So your brain shuts it down. You know what? What is it? That was a nasty shot right there, buddy. Does anybody else notice that this thing jitters? Ooh, bounced. No, I'm probably... Y'all probably think I'm losing my mind here. But it's, you know, is there something in the dark that our brain blocks out? And it's just, that's why we're afraid of the dark. It's just, you know, food for thought, stuff to think about. Probably the 2 cups of coffee that I had speaking right now, to be honest. Brains all over the place. Scatterbrain like a shotgun. Speaking of shotguns, I am very excited for duck season this year. Been looking at gator tails. I don't know if any of you guys duck hunt. Some of you guys are probably a little young to be going out on your own, so if you go with your dad, you know. I'm pretty excited. Just moved to South Louisiana and made a buddy too. He's ready to go duck hunting with me, so I'm excited. I am 5-3 second on the scoreboard. And number 2 on the leaderboard. Allied forces have captured a zone. Do you guys play for kills or do you play for objective? Originally I thought there were still planes up, but I guess not. That's why I chose the skink. I don't have any smoke, so I'm gonna lay down some artillery right there. See if I can use it to give me some cover. Because I did not bring any good ammo. Hey, thank you, teammate. A Canadian. My fellows up north. Alright. I can't really do anything. Thank you, Artie, for the cover. So we're gonna get up here on this hill and watch over. Also, no. Maybe. Okay. So I know we all have our beliefs, right? Stuff. But the universe is so vast. Do you think that we're the only beings? Right? Or do you think that there could be beings elsewhere? You know? You know, different... And I wonder what they're like. Are they similar to us? Or are they far from us? Or like Star Wars, you know, could there be a place far, far away that, you know, has way, way more advanced technology than we do? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What are we thinking? I'm thinking that y'all probably think I'm crazy. It's fun to have some brain food, you know? Brain snacks. Think about this, think about that. I bet you that dude is mad. I mean, he died immediately. I mean, he thought he was being slick going flank. I don't know why he'd go to flank when there's no cover. I mean, they gotta know what this BR. There's Hellcats and M18s. Yeah, whatever. Man, so like, you know, I mentioned stuff about society and like people recording stuff and everything like that. And I mean, social media, do you think that ruined us? I think it did. I mean, had a huge part. I was born in 2002, so I'm 23. And, you know, I was kind of the last generation, like the last kids to be having pictures taken of us that were on actual cameras. You know, not phones. You know, you had to go to the store and have them printed out, which I mean you can still do now, but it's just not as common. Because, I mean, you have access to them on your phone now. You don't always have your camera on you back in the day, so. But seeing that, and as you know, social media and everything started to get bigger and bigger, it's like, oh, you know, I have a wide access to information. Not only that, I have a wide access to people, and not just, you know, people that are in my local area, but people that are across the country, you know, across the world. I mean, it vast. And then it kind of started to turn into, you know, what can I do to become popular? And then you have all these people doing crazy things to become popular, and then people start doing more and more like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do something that could potentially harm myself or harm others so that I can you know, be popular. And then stuff starts becoming more and more extreme, and it kind of dulls the senses. I don't know. I don't know. What's everybody's thoughts? I don't know. I think as a society, we could probably start loving each other more. Because we don't. It's just kind of, what can you do to get up on somebody? What can you do to... Why did I hit? You know, it's always about putting yourself in a better place while putting others down. Again, I think society's kind of always been like that. But it is what it is. And then that kind of brings you into entitlement. You know, I think a lot of people are very entitled nowadays, especially when it comes to the housing market. Now, I agree, housing market's pretty bad. I just bought a house. I just bought a house. It wasn't cheap. But then you see like people online, and they're talking about all these boomers, all these old people that should sell their house at a deficit than what it's worth so a family can afford to purchase it. And I don't really agree with that. You know, why should they take a loss because you want to have something when they themselves, yes, may have had to do less work, but it's still theirs. You know, it's not yours. Why should they take a loss? And that can ruffle some people's feathers, but it's like, you know, to think that you want somebody to take a loss on a home, something that they spent years on, you know, working on and keeping care of, and you want them to take a loss. I don't know, it's just, it seems crazy to me. It does, it really seems crazy to me. What? At least this dude's blind. You know, it's just, that's just a little crazy to me. I hear a dude up here. Let's go see if we can get him. What? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my babbling. Yeah. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be. I'll try and make another video out here soon. If you would like to continue to listen to me babble, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed my babbling, or if it made you even think just a little bit. You don't have to agree with me. They're all just opinions, you know? So, you know, hopefully I made you think. Anyway, adios. You guys have a good one.